Banging noises coming from this side of the house. Not coming from one particular spot. Just this area in general. Just have a look around. See anything? What do you want? Whoa! Oh, put me down! Put me down, you fucker! Oh, put me down! Why'd you do that? Why did you do that? What do you want? Okay, so we're just gonna review the video where the poltergeist picked me up and threw me up against the wall again last week. Banging noises coming from this side of the house. So I've just heard some banging noises, as I said in the video. I'm looking around, looking if there's any activity, see if I can pinpoint the noise. And then just here. Okay, so let's start there. Back up to just that point. What do you want? Now I'm just going to show this frame by frame as it picks me up. By the way, when it's touching you, it feels like pins and needles, like part of your body's falling asleep. In this case, it was my lower and upper chest and stomach area. And you can see right away I've come up off the ground there. You can see I'm going up into the corner of the room. See the smoke detector there, it's clearly up at the ceiling. Just going frame by frame, this is the ceiling. Remember, this is all in the space of a couple seconds. I'm just literally going frame by frame. See the corner, the ceiling there, the corners. Okay, that's the top of the door, the front door. Now we just play that. As you can see, there's no cut or edit in that. Put me down, you fucker! That's the next thing. Let's look at that. Let's just look at this frame by frame. You can see both my feet are clearly off the ground. I'll find a frame where you can see them both. There you go. So you can clearly see I'm high off the ground. I'm about a meter off the ground. The ceiling's not that high in that part of the house. Yeah, it's quite clear that I'm not on anything. I'm just dangling there, being held up in the corner. And as I continue, touching the ceiling, and then it drops me. Okay, just here, let me rewind that. Frame by frame as I fall down. The camera's still in my hand, it's strapped to my hand, so it's not coming off. But it does hit the tiles pretty hard. Luckily it has a case on it, protective case. Now what you're seeing here is just the camera. It's literally facing and on, touching the tiles. Now I'm just going to back this up a bit because someone made a comment that there was a cut. And here I'm just going frame by frame. So there's no cut or anything like that. Goes a bit darker there, that's just the camera trying to refocus the exposure. Where the camera lens is moved slightly. When it's that much facing down on the ground, a little movement will cut off the light a great deal, but again, this is only split seconds of time. Again, it's another one there. Perhaps this is the spot where someone said there was a cut, but if you look at the pixels, they're the same. Watch these pixels here. You can tell that there hasn't been any movement. And then I'll pick the camera back up. If I rewind to that bit again, see there's no cut there, that's just me lifting the camera up. Do that quick. And there you go. And you'll be able to see in a second. It's out of the way again. You can see there's nothing there. No rope, no ladder, no chair. Nothing for me to have been hanging on to. And I'll just take a second to recover. Did hit the ground fairly hard. Bit of bruising, nothing too serious. You can see, I'll back that up again, there's nothing there. So I'm not sure how the skeptics think that I faked that video, but anyway, I thought we'd just have a closer look at it and do some frame by frame. Scratching noises coming from this side of the house. Not sure exactly, it's not coming from one specific spot. From sort of everywhere around here. Whoa! What the hell was that? Whoa! Holy shit. Oh man. This used to smash everything. Opened up everything at once though. I don't know. Okay, so we're just going to look at the clip from last week where I turn around and all the cupboards are open. Coming from this side of the house. Just watch the clip real quick. Obviously, it's not coming from one specific spot. I'm sort of everywhere around here. Whoa! What's that? Whoa! Okay, let's back that up. So what we've got here is, we've got at 19 seconds, you can see everything's shut, nothing's open. It's not coming from one specific spot. And then if you watch the time, whoa, what's that? Whoa! About 6 seconds. So you watch that. See everything open there, so frame by frame. Now, I want to back up because this is the bit where people said I could have edited the video. So you can see here, I'll just go frame by frame as I pan across to the right. Going past that, there's a wall just here. So in between the kitchen and the living room. I'll pan through fairly quickly. I'm at a certain distance away from it. I couldn't tell you exactly how far away I am, maybe 30-40 centimeters. As I pan this way, go frame by frame, Now again, remember this is all in a matter of just a couple of seconds of time. Now as I go to pan out, I hear the noise just as I'm panning out. Turn the volume back up. Now, people commented that when I go past this wall, there's an edit. As you watch, you can clearly see there's no edit. The difference why this wall looks thicker is simply because I've moved my arms as I've panned back left. As I've come back this way, I've panned my arms where I'm closer to that wall. So as I pan, it appears to be thicker. But as you can, and then you can see, there you go, everything's open. But if you rewind, you can see that's all it is.
Whoa.
There's absolutely no break in the clip or an edit, which you'd easily pick up. You can see the shadow, everything. It's exactly as it's shown. There's no edit here. And then straight across.
Whoa! Holy shit.
And as you can see, it literally opened just about everything. Yeah, I am quite lucky it didn't smash anything compared to what it's done in the past. But I thought at least that's a good opportunity just to show that, you know, why that wall back here looks thicker. That wall there. It's just optics. The closer you are to it, when you're panning across, the longer it'll appear to be. If I backed away further, it would have actually moved a lot quicker across. So in this video here, we're just going to talk about where the cupboard doors are shaking and banging, and I go and look and show you what's inside the cupboard. Some smartass said that, you know, while I'm looking full, while I open the right door, someone could have gone out the left. We'll just have a closer look at this. As you can see, the door is shaking. There's nothing there. Now you see when I go to open it, it's right there. So just back that up a bit. I'm just going to go frame by frame. As I open it, I've really just, what I've done is I've just jammed the camera in there. I don't know what's going to happen. I have to be really careful when I do that. because it may have a bad reaction. I'm just trying to show, and I've just sort of shoved the camera in. You can see that this door here is still shut. So nobody snuck out that door because it's still shut. And I'm looking around. Don't really have a view of much, just the towels. But again, this is only a second or two, and then you can see there's nothing in there, and there's really no room. There's not a lot of room for someone to have been standing in there without making a lot of noise. And in that time, I've opened the left door. So if we back that up a bit, and just watch that. So you can see, I have a quick pan around, and I've opened that left door. If you listen, you can hear the left door open. And there's nothing there. You'd hear someone walking out of there. Nobody could be that close to the microphone with the camera, and you wouldn't hear them moving. Anyway, so I pan out. And there you go. And as I said, obviously when I'm, doing that, when I open the door, anything could happen. It might zap me, could throw me back. It could just decide it doesn't want me opening the door. The poltergeist could appear there. I just don't know. So I'm very, that's why I sort of, if you watch, I just sort of shove the camera in there and have a quick look around. But if you look at how quickly that actually happens, it's a second or 2 seconds. There's no room for anything fishy going on there. And if you look at that footage here earlier, you can see there's no string or anything pulling on that. I'll show the top, I'll show the bottom. Nothing there with the poltergeist. Okay, so this clip here is I've managed to. There's a clip a couple weeks ago where the cupboard door was slamming like that, and banging, and I only had one camera. And again, someone said, you know, someone could sneak out or something, even though there's no room in this cupboard for anyone to be standing there. So as you can see, we've got two cameras here. Let's turn that volume down so I can talk. You can see there's two cameras. There's a GoPro on the left, and I'm using my iPhone on the right. I mean, and I'm using my iPhone. It sucks. Start again. So in this clip here, this is a couple weeks ago I had captured a very similar clip, except with one camera. So this time I had a GoPro set up on the right. You know, on that left view with my iPhone, you can clearly see there's nothing, strings, nothing attached to that cupboard. And you can see what I'm doing on the right there, in the stationary camera. Looking up above again, you can see, if I just pause that, back that up a bit. So as you can see, there's absolutely nothing up there that could make the door move. Okay, we'll just pause there. Just going to back this up and do this frame by frame. Again, as I said a few minutes ago, whenever you open these cupboards that are banging, you got to be really careful, because you just don't know what's going to happen. Whether it's going to zap you, throw something at you, something could be in there that's, you know, that you actually see. It could push you, attack you, you just don't know. So as you can see, I mean, you can clearly see by the movements that this is the same footage, it's not different footage. And there I go, I've got to open. Now there's two things here that are important. On the left, you can see the shelves there. Now, nobody could stand there. And on the right, you can see down lower, where the birds, these are the bird food containers. They take up all the room down the bottom. So as you can see, you've got a sort of fairly wide angle of view between the two views here to show that there's nothing in there at all. Absolutely nothing that could be making that except the poltergeist. I mean, I think when I uploaded this second video, a few skeptics still said I CGI'd it or green screened it. I mean, for those that actually know about green screen, you can actually pick it up fairly easily. If you watch a movie that you know has green screen in it, watch closely, you can see it. And there you go, got complete view, moving and stationary. There's no funny business happening in that cabinet, except for the poltergeist making noise and moving the door. Okay, in this clip here, we've got the clip I uploaded a couple of days ago where the dollhouse is moving. We actually had some activity in that dollhouse a little bit earlier in the day. And so I set up the GoPro camera, which you can see in camera 1 right there, which is this one here, right there, just to show. Now that gap looks really big there, but it's actually only a couple of centimeters, maybe 4 or 5 centimeters. It just looks big from that wide angle on the GoPro camera. Camera 1 stationary, and of course down here I've got camera 3 and camera 4, which are the kids in 2 different locations. I asked them to not get too close to the dollhouse if it started moving, so back that up. So I didn't, so they're not going up and looking all around and that sort of thing, because I don't really want them doing that. But nonetheless, it still shows, pretty much just about every angle. In clip 1, a couple people commented that there could be someone under the bed. We'll look in a second and you'll be able to see how no, there isn't anyone. Having said that, I thought when I set that camera up that I did show a bit wider angle to show more of under the bed. But obviously I didn't, but you can still nonetheless see that there's nothing under there. We'll look at that in a second. And you can clearly see that these, if I look frame by frame, you can see that these movements are, this is all the same footage, it's not just different. Finding where the whale falls down, that's a good one. So if you watch that, you can see it's violently shaking around, and you can see it's all synced up. It's all 4 different cameras showing the exact same footage. It's not 4 different clips. You can see that there. See? Back and forth, back and forth. Now we'll forward a bit to just camera 1 here. It's a couple. You can see there's no one under there. Someone said they saw movement. The only movement you'll see is the sheet, which is there, hanging down behind the metal frame of the bed, because one of the kids is just here. And the other thing is this purple thing down here. See that moving? That's actually moving because the dollhouse is pushing this toy house, this other dollhouse, which is pushing this stuffed animal there. So frame by frame, you can see it there. For a second. If you just watch, you'll see that. There you go. You can see the dollhouse pushing. And the other dollhouse. And there's some movement from that there. There you go. The other thing too is you might see here what looks like a bit of movement, but that's actually the metal frame. So that's just reflection from where you can't see behind the camera here. You watch that. Just here. Just pixelation and stuff and reflection. So as you can see there, again, if I back up to the 4, I'm not going to watch it all again, you can see. Got 4 angles. I think it's pretty good. As I said, this angle here under the bed could have shown a bit more, but I still think it's a good angle to show that there's nothing back there, which is what people commented last time. This window shut. You can clearly see there's nothing. You can see from that angle too, there's nothing poking through the window, moving the dollhouse or anything like that.